zoonotic viruses are possible to spread between animals all the time.
Right.
Especially when you have like hyper-focused bacteria that would like not be killed by every antimicrobial or antiviral that you, even if like you work at one of those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One little, you know, one
You're not
speck.
going to be completely cleansed of it if you're in contact with it at some point.
It's the animal though that spread it,
Right?
more so, right? Is like, and it's because we, right, as humans, we go out for it's not like one culture; it's every culture. We go out for like delicacies like that. Like, why do Americans eat as much beef as we do? Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same argument. Like, we had mad cow disease. Is that
let's spend $17 on fucking crab legs?
so far? That's what I've read about it, and the kill rate isn't even very high. It's just more so like if you are immunocompromised, old or young, like. You have a very, outside of that, it's like the flu, which the flu is a very dangerous, you know. The flu, every year, like what, 58,000 people die from that, right?
Yeah.
At least, and that's just in America. I don't even think, is that globally or is that in America? I would think that's in America. I would have to look up that statistic, but either way.
I have no idea.
Nonetheless, a lot of people die from the flu, and people don't vaccinate themselves from that, you know.
Yep.
People will make these arguments as much as they want, but actuary scientists, epidemiologists, biologists have been doing these studies in previous years, and they predicted that this was the next outbreak. Like, 100%. People knew, and it's not that, like, they predicted it because it's like, man, they know, man. It's like, no, dude, like, that's their job. Like, they have to, like, understand, like, hey.
At some point, a big outbreak was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's if you notice, by, like, most stature, it's, like, every couple of years.
Yeah.
But that's because of
Like
the
Zika
way that
and, like,
we grow.
swine flu and
It's the way that our like the way that everything's expanding in the world. We're becoming a weird, like, global organism, which, like, we don't function like that yet. I mean, these are radical high thoughts, but still, nonetheless.
I think.
I just respect all people, and I know it's not like one specific culture did this thing, and it's like.
Oh no,
it's
I don't
like,
think it's the culture that
We
did the
shouldn't
thing.
alienate.
Well, no, even like
people.
even the scientists there, like, I'm sure no scientist was like, I want to affect the world. Like, no, that's like a James Bond villain.
Yeah, I know.
My theory,
Chinese
maybe
the guy from
specifically in Wuhan.
That's
Will
like
Ferrell
tinfoil
in a
hat shit.
Zoolander.
so
Like, I
think,
believe someone was incompetent and actually had, like, accidentally didn't wash their hands and walked out.
Yeah.
Like, totally believe that.
so my theory on it is, they were probably studying something similar, whatever. It perhaps came from that same seafood market where it quote unquote started or whatever, and it's only like what 9 miles, 9 miles away. It was probably some dude who didn't wash his hands or whatever.
Right.
Went to this, maybe perhaps already had some sort of flu.
Well,
Came in contact with
something that would allow it to
change and
change. Exactly, which is like.
like mutate the fucking
Well,
virus.
not even really, because things don't really mutate.
Not
very much.
mutate
More
per
so,
se,
like the bacteria was able to gestate quickly because
Yeah.
of what it was exposed to. So, like, just like a strep virus on a fucking culture, right? If
Yeah.
you put strep, or strep is no, I don't know that that's viral. I'm also a little stoned. I apologize.
No,
Nonetheless, just like you put strep on a culture, you can grow it, and you get like a whole little bacterium culture, and you can see that spread out. You know what I mean? When bacterium are exposed to those, and viruses are exposed to those ideal conditions that they can feed on, especially viruses, because they feed off, you know, typically like proteins within like living organisms or other organisms.
So here's the issue that comes from it, right? China, the Chinese government, at least, not the culture itself. So I would never blame an entire culture for that sort of shit. I think some fucking idiot didn't wash his hands, ended up infecting people, and then it immediately spread.
Yeah, because
Right.
like they're fucking elbow to elbow in the
Just
streets.
general, not incompetence, but just not the wherewithal to deal with it in the moment or whatever, and somebody wanted to go out and get something to fucking eat, and then ruined it for everybody. And then the Chinese government, this shit happened back in November.
They have to play cover up. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
This shit happened back in
Well, like,
November, and
you
it
know,
could have been addressed from the very
But all
beginning.
governments are like, even Ebola. We talked about that when I was in college. We talked about
No, but to this point of like, fucking
Dude, it's happened before. The exact same type of negligence.
Yep.
And it's not.
Not
you know
even
what I
the
mean?
negligence.
It's not surprising. Like
the negligence is one thing. Like, it's one thing for a government to deal with like that. Like, oh, we fucked up. You know, time to deal with it.
Takes time
But
to-
when they just straight up are just nope, nothing's happening, and are actively spreading shit to all like everyone around Wuhan that nothing is going on there. And people are literally falling down in the streets dying because they're generally not getting the treatment that they need.
Yeah, they're not getting medical, and that's the thing is like once you're exposed, like any sickness, right? If you're not getting taken care of, you're not taking care of yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do well. If you were outside in the cold, well, because we're Michiganders, if you were outside in the cold with the flu, like, yeah, you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
You will die. You know.
And like the fucking just the fact that they're just like, yeah, nothing's going on here.
Yeah.
And they have the entire city just locked the fuck down. It's just so fucking silly to me.
Dude,
and they didn't
everything
tell
has been
anybody.
getting quarantined.
Yeah,
It's
when I
not
heard
just
they were
months,
canceling
everything.
flights
Flights
to
are
like
getting
fucking
canceled,
like
like,
Beijing
yeah.
and shit.
People were flying to places and shit before then. This happened in
Did you
fucking
hear- so-
November.
Did you
Yeah.
hear about the? Did you hear about the Dave and? I was on listening to Dave and Chuck the Freak. They're decent. I like them.
Yeah.
But,
I like them.
yeah, I like them a lot.
Yeah, not
anyways, they were saying. I said decent because I was like, I don't want to offend viewers. I don't know who the
Shit.
fuck. I don't know. They listen to you guys, so.
God, I
I
hope-
fucking love you. Anyways, so they were talking about a passenger on a flight who had a bad hangover because they had been drinking before their flight, and they asked for a Tylenol, and they got fucking quarantined because it was from Singapore to Heathrow.
Oh.
And like, dude, could you imagine that? Like, you got drunk the night before a flight. Like, I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
I've been
trashed
fucked
before
up
a
on
flight.
planes, dude.
And then, like, go in there all hungover, like, I need a Tylenol. And then they're like, sir, let me take your
Yeah.
temperature. Lay down right now. Oh my God. And they, like, move everybody away from you. Dude, I would freak out. That would make me laugh.
I think the only reason why people are freaking the fuck out is because they don't quite know what it does to you yet.
Right.
That's it.
But
But it's not that serious. The only reason why people are falling down in the streets dying in fucking China.
I mean, it's not that
because-
it's not serious. Like, yeah,
because it
any,
generally
any,
just hasn't been
any
treated.
viral infection or anything untreated is bad. Like, you
Yeah.
should.
And if you look
seek
up the
medical
symptoms of it, it has
treatment.
the same like symptoms as like a respiratory infection. If you let that go unchecked for so long, then like of course like you're gonna have complications.
And fucking, and then the conspiracy theorists are just like,
Oh, dude, people
They
are eating
created
this
it
shit up.
as
They
a
think it's
weapon.
fucking the sign of the
Yeah.
rapture. Next thing you
No.
know, they're gonna be looking for someone shitting out the egg.
Look at this.
Yeah, but
That's how it works, right?
people get very crazy with.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right now we're witnessing some real world.
A guy got like treated like an animal with a sleeve around his head, basically.
They fucking leashed them.
That's the best
Yeah.
I can explain it. Yeah, that was like it had
some
a-
fucking X-Men shit and
I know,
alternate
dude.
reality where they're just leashing mutants.
That's kind of what it reminded me of. Yeah, actually.
We got one here! And then they fucking
About
brand them on the
2000.
eye.
I'm also a comic fan, so yeah, that would remind me of that.
Also, welcome
Welcome.
to the pod show.
Welcome.
Featuring
We're like 8 minutes in now.
Yeah, I know, right? Featuring B-Ran.
Yeah, whatever.
Look how they
Just
get
don't get
infected.
too intense. I don't.
No, alright.
I want to say I do not.
He does not consent to.
I don't like them.
I do not consent. These are some of my best friends, but I don't consent to some of their views. I've known them my whole life.
We have friends of multicultural backgrounds. We're fine.
That's not the problem here. The problem is the things that can be said.
We're fine.
I'm in a corporate world. This is intense.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Nonetheless.
Semi-ethnic.
Hey, come on. This.
Oh,
God.
Shit, the uke.
That's
no.
Monster Mash.
I'm gonna monster mash the uke.
Oh, it got monster mashed. All right.
Sorry, it'll bounce back.
So anyways, what are we playing tonight, boys?
What do we?
It's
Ow,
hard.
fuck.
We're not playing anything right now. We're just podcasting.
Well, if we wanted, I also brought my Switch down.
Well, more to that.
No.
But So
I
yeah,
don't want to talk about politics or coronavirus.
I don't know. We don't have
That
to.
No.
coronavirus
Holy
bleeds
shit.
into politics. It's gonna be voting season for us. We have. Like,
oh yeah,
you
Trump
know,
made it as a ploy just
hey,
to.
All right, our
So he can make a
government
regime.
Sucks, but I still try. I'm gonna try hard, I guess. But come on, that's the only. If I can bitch, if I do, it's the only right I get as an American.
I feel like
True.
at some point,
Everything else is false.
yeah. At some point,
I'm just kidding.
when you're like, no, you're fine. When
Said that
like
for
you
the
bring
viewers.
up like politics or religion with anyone, it's just immediately going to devolve into somebody's going to get upset if somebody has like a strong belief in something. It's
Right.
gonna turn into
Well, especially with politics.
them
Yeah.
agendas.
People's ideologies, they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
go nuts. I'm just like, I just want to watch Star Trek and code. Leave me alone, please.
Yeah.
Just stay in my cave and play video games.
yeah.
I do my job.
I don't know.
home, I
Like,
hang out with my girlfriend, and then
I
I
can't-
play video games.
I
Please.
can't do politics.
No.
Just as long as somebody's not fucking annoying to watch, then yeah, I'll vote for you, I guess.
I just wish Trump would just
That's-
invite Mr. McMahon to
mean,
the
I
White
do-
House. Stop
Joe
playing. Let's get
Biden's
around
one.
to.
Oh man, he's already basically so like Camacho would be a better president.
Yeah.
President
Joe
Camacho
Biden's
would
a
be better.
piece
He'd be
of
like,
shit.
we got. What was his name? What was fucking Luke? Is it Luke Wilson? Is that the
Yeah.
Wilson?
Yeah.
What was his name in the movie? I forget. Not sure. Yeah, not
Yeah.
sure. She's like, we got not sure here. That's like, he's gonna fix our water problems and shit. It's basically America right now. Like,
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Fucking
Zephyr Camacho would have probably done better.
There's only a little bit of lead in the water, just a little bit.
the fact that like
Nah, not
politicians
that
are still
people.
using
Yeah, I
like,
know, right? Can't drink the water
video games as a scapegoat
in
to
Mexico.
just be like,
is
this
why I
happened
don't-
because fucking
This is why I
game
don't drink
developers are
water.
little
This is why I don't
creeps
drink water.
that are in their basement and they develop things to kill people, and it's like, dude, this is some guy playing fucking Super Mario by
Just
himself
'cause
after
it made
work.
you mad, like relax.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I get mad at games. Don't get me wrong. Like I
Yeah.
scream.
Oh yeah, we rage.
I'm
I've
a
seen
rage-
you.
I'm a rage
I've
quitter.
seen you rip
That
the
was
couch.
I was young. I was very.
Hey,
young.
hey, it's okay. We were playing
As a
fighting
grown,
games.
as a
When you
grown man, I
spam,
don't do
Hey,
that.
do you guys remember that video of that angry German kid that would just smash his keyboard?
That's so goddamn old.
That
yeah,
is very old.
that's big old dude. You guys remember when YouTube first came up?
I remember when
All right,
YouTube
Grandpa.
first came up. I remember when YouTube first came on. The first thing I looked up was the fucking Final Fantasy movie. Cause
But Advent Child.
yeah,
Yeah.
the second.
Or
Yeah.
Advent Children, whatever it is.
And I just because they uploaded it in parts, and you could just do whatever the fuck
Whatever
you
you
want back
wanted.
then.
Yeah, I
YouTube,
remember.
It was so
yeah.
lawless.
I remember watching
Yeah, anything
Dying
was on
American
there.
Dad on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything
No,
was
you
on
can
there.
still
Well,
sort of do
back
that.
in the day,
Yeah.
everything was on there. Though.
Now
It was-
everything's on
now
something,
they have
some
like
platform.
restrictions where it's like YouTube TV. That's I mean, oh
But the
God,
YouTube
back
became
to
his-
it. Back to
his
the politics
whole
rule.
thing now.
Oh no!
Oh
shit.
no.
Don't do it.
No, like
Fucking net neutrality is.
YouTube. Yeah.
Anyways,
Net neutrality's fucking just.
they did.
God
Talk
damn
about
it!
that.
I'm
'cause
so
that's
mad.
also a part of the
You
big
can't
internet
swear.
God
culture.
damn it!
of
I don't
our-
want to talk.
Five
I don't want
minutes
to
of
talk
the
about
video.
politics, please. Please, let's talk about. I don't care.
So
don't even-
net neutrality is.
It's the idea that
it like affects my job too. So it's like shit.
Well, it's the idea that that the government just generally and larger companies should just generally stay out of making laws for the internet. Just because like Comcast and like different internet service providers kind of gouge prices and stuff.
Exactly.
That's the idea.
Basically,
Okay.
so when people said like net neutrality broke, when it was voted against, right, to keep that neutrality, what it does is now you notice all these streaming services that have come up over the last few years. That's why those streaming services have come up.
Yeah.
The internet has become less of a lawless playground. It's oh shit, there's regulations. There's state tax getting imparted on you know shopping online. There's a lot of shit going on right now to where it's like oh shit, we realize what's going on here. We have to market. That's what I mean. Either way,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be, but that's
Yeah. Fucking.
I don't want to watch this though at all.
No.
Right now, Lewis is
just
watching the
looking up
burn
videos.
victims in the Chinese hospitals. You know, the rooms
Oh,
where they
dude.
put all the people.
You know what's
burn
fucking
victims,
crazy?
right?
No,
There's,
they burn them up. Is what I'm saying.
Do they? Is that no?
The
That
con-
can't be. You're
No, I'm just being an asshole.
yeah. I figured.
The conspiracy
They're trying to
theorists
keep themselves safe. Right
might
now,
actually
but-
be right about something though.
What?
What's that?
They might actually be throwing people into fucking furnaces and shit.
Oh fuck!
Cause they
Damn, I was just
no,
being lighthearted.
the smog in
That wasn't
Wuhan.
lighthearted. What part of that was lighthearted? Cedric?
Okay, I wasn't like trying to like.
Wiggles.
So
What
bunch
part
of
of that wiggles?
a bunch of the
Wiggling.
fucking this was like from like a big thread that I kind of read, that I kind of skimmed through. I'll be honest. I didn't read the entire thing, but I got the gist of it. The idea is that the smog in Wuhan is usually a certain percentage per month or whatever.
Like part per million or whatever.
Yeah. And they just based on like wind movement and shit and the way that wind flows and I don't know. I don't
that
know.
also feeds into what I'm talking about here, right? When I was talking about a zoonotic virus or whatever, right? When viruses have spread like that historically, it's typically been related to something like that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the wind patterns were just right, and people were traveling
Yeah.
as well as carrying this gust of like gugh with them, and like it's not like one. That's why it's happening in multiple parts of the world right
Yeah.
now at the same time. Because it's like once one area gets, it's like the video game Plague or whatever, right?
Yeah,
like,
Plague Inc.
Yeah, like Plague Inc., right? Like shit spreads quick. And that's why we have, and that's what I mentioned earlier about like epidemiologists and shit. That's why we have those people who like, those people are working very hard. Actually, one of my coworkers, one of the most interesting women like I've met a lot of interesting people. She's really smart, like grew up in Brazil, cool person. Anyways, she knows one of the people who actually sequenced the genome for that, like sequenced the gene for that, so that way they could have or whatever, sequence the DNA in the virus. God damn it, I'm
I'm
I gotta
tired.
drink more water. I'm tired. It's late. It's like 2:30. I can't even say I'm buzzed or anything at this point. It's late.
Late night
We're all
show.
exhausted. What I was gonna say is they just sort of measured the amount of general smog that's supposed to come out of Wuhan, and just because of how many people are in quarantine right now, it's kind of unusual that the smog would be like more so working than they would be, and a lot of the places are crematoriums.
Oh.
That sounds terrible. What you're saying is that
and
they're
they-
burning people, and that doesn't sound nice. Well, are they
Oh.
burning dead people, or are they burning like?
Yeah,
They're
it
probably
dep- yeah, it
hiding the
depends.
death toll and they're burning the bodies up.
That's
Well-
what it is. They explicitly lied about the numbers
But
when it
my
first
thing
came out
is
too.
here's my thing though. Like, right, what
And they
Cedric
found a
said
fucking
earlier,
mask,
he
right?
said it very rudely.
On Google Maps, they
but
found a
it's
mass
a very.
grave.
But here's my thing, right? Here's my thing, right? I'm not saying you're wrong, but what I wouldn't doubt it, because the idea is that like
I'm not.
people related situation. So like diseases are going to spread quicker. That's just how
Yeah.
it. Just like if once it happens in New York, it's just happened to Detroit.
Oh no, I'm not going
These things
full
are happening,
conspiracy
you
mode
know.
at all.
But like that's why even my work, like my work touches like a lot of areas all over the world, and it's like they were like, oh, you got to work from home, this Thursday, because they're like, this is a test run.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, shit's getting weird with this shit though.
it's. I'm not gonna go full conspiracy theory because I don't think that's right at all, and I don't think that's like a good way to look at things. Like, oh, they're just doing it to fucking. No, I think they're just embarrassed. I think they just dealt with it in a really dumb, incompetent manner, and now they're hiding numbers, not because of like, we have to keep this from everyone. No, it's because they're fucking embarrassed. Because they fucked up so bad that they didn't catch it in like November and December and just continued to cover up their fuck ups. That's genuinely all that I mean by that. And at the same time, can I talk about something fucking stupid also?
Yeah.
That sales of Corona are going down because of it.
Bro, I heard that. what made me giggle so much is like, Americans are the dumbest fucking people. Like we are. We don't mean to be, but we just. I'm one of us. I you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm dumb. I appreciate it. It's hilarious. It's like a cartoon, bro. Once again, President Camacho. You know.
Yeah.
Let's get him.
You
Let's get him
could-
in office.
You could put non-GMO on the
Dude,
most
The Rock.
unhealthy shit,
The Rock's
and
gonna
people
be
would
the president.
immediately
I
go
want
to.
Bernie. I'll get Bernie.
Wait.
I'm gonna vote for Bernie.
Yeah.
Dude.
If
It's
not
not-
Bernie,
what's going on with
well, I'm
the-
not gonna vote for Biden. I'm sorry.
Dude,
though.
Yeah.
No, he blames fucking
Get this,
violence on
though.
video games.
And I'm not
Immediately.
voting for Pence. So.
Bernie's a socialist and he's gonna live 3
Trump,
more years.
no.
Let's get this free college thing going.
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna happen. But I do.
Oh, sorry.
I wish it would. I agree that
You
he
wanna
might
vote
be
for
able to start a
anti-gang?
program,
Yeah.
but like it's not gonna.
No, of course.
It'll take
Nothing- yeah,
time.
it
Everything
would
takes
take
time. You know, 8 years is a lot to change.
Plus,
an
everything
entire
plays.
country.
Everything plays its part economically in the pot. You know what I mean? So if you take away tuition, you're taking away.
God, back to it. I hate it. It's cyclical.
Yeah.
Fucking
Full circle.
You're welcome.
and also Pete Buttigieg is a rat fuck. So everyone's calling him a rat fuck. I'm just gonna join in on the pile because he
Who is-
seems like a rat fuck.
Boys?
Pete Buttigieg.
Oh.
He's like during the debate, he's just like cutting Bernie off to say absolutely fucking nothing.
That's all
He's
you
just-
have to do is.
and
shit
I'm
on Bernie
here.
in conversation.
And then he just continued with his points and was able to finish them. But people who judge would just like try to cut in at certain points, and it was just so fucking silly to watch. It was just silly.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a fucking cartoon now.
Like I said, man. Yeah, exactly.
Mr. McMahon, come to the White House
No.
for round 2.
We want you.
Dude,
Shave his
and
head again.
Want you
Oh my God.
I'm a genetic freak. Jesus Christ.
Scott Steiner as the president.
It's too much.
This goes out to all my hoochies in the White House.
Oh, God.
All my bitches in D.C.
He's talking
Oh, my
Trump's
freaks.
wife. She comes out and makes out with him.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then he's like,
Makes me sad.
he does this shit on. He does the fucking. Oh God, what's it?
I condone this behavior.
The Steiner recliner.
Oh my
On fucking
God,
the
what?
fakest wrestling move
Oh, I
ever.
can't.
He does it on Trump, and then Trump's just on the ground, fucked up or whatever. And his thing is like he does push-ups on the person to show his dominance over them. So he's doing push-ups on fucking Donald Trump, and he just does that to every other fucking Bernie's
Yeah.
just laid
Yeah,
out,
that's it.
and it's just doing push-ups.
Every
and
candidate he's just doing push-ups on.
he's like kissing his fucking biceps.
Obama comes out of nowhere just wearing like the Rain
And then
cereal
just
mask.
fucking drops
Just like-
his ass.
Yeah. Fucks everyone up.
Spins around.
That's the new way
That's
that
what
you
I
have
picture.
Spinaroonie.
He's a spinaroonie and just fucking drops him on his head.
Yeah.
Pow! Right away. It's like,
He gets Joe Biden just hard as fuck. He just gets Joe Biden hard, dude. He takes him out of the game. That's it.
Not everything gets Joe Biden.
Yeah. Like children.
Oh no!
Oh,
No.
I didn't want to go. I don't
Stop.
condone this behavior. I don't condone this. This makes me sad. Man.
But I like to go to the pool and then they touch my leg hair and then I
Whoa.
like it.
Not
That's-
the leg hair, dude.
That's no, he was in a fucking interview and he said that. It's like, excuse me? Where did this come from? Like he brought it up randomly in the middle of a fucking
I
rally.
didn't want to do politics, but I'm fine, I guess.
It's just silly shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it.
Politics.
We can change it.
I
We can
guess
change
I'm
it.
gonna
I'm
do
sorry.
it
Oh fuck.
again. That segue.
Yeah.
Anyways.
How about the way
Turn
the
it
world
off. What
No,
are
I
you
can't.
doing?
is dealing with it?
What is this?
No.
I don't care.
He's like inciting it. Look at him.
Lewis is
Lewis
He's
is looking
rubbing
up
his
like
hands together.
yeah, he's
like
just
a
like
evil villain.
we're about to watch a heated debate. Or she's about to get gunned
single
down.
person.
She's infected.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Every time I see stuff,
It's
like
a rough
this,
time for
where,
them.
like, I see like scientists and like hospitals and a bunch of people
Yeah.
and it reminds me like just zombies.
I was just about to say zombies. Hey, there's a new zombie movie
Really?
called Alone.
The Lone. What is that?
Yeah, it's like there's this dude, you know, every typical
How do you spell?
zombie movie.
The dude, what?
Oh no, infections broken out. Oh, people are acting weird. Emergency
Who plays
Broadcast
in it?
Network. I don't know, just some randoms, to be honest.
It's kind of unknowns.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it'll be good. What if it's
I know.
randomly
Yeah.
surprises you?
I'm just glad like the whole like zombie movie thing is coming back.
I'm not really a
Nah,
fan. Like,
you know, like it could be mediocre, it could be Zombieland, but like you know, like
I couldn't even get into like, well, like my thing. Don't hate.
nothing will ever top Dawn of the
I was
Dead.
never
Both
really
versions.
into like Zombieland and like, I like Walking Dead. I got like so far and it was just like,
Cause it just turned it.
like they're living
Yeah.
living with like this is life now. I get it. Like cool.
I like.
Everybody gets a headshot immediately. Nobody misses ever. We're taking down an army of zombies with
Yeah.
just 4 handguns.
Handguns.
Yeah, because they have knives, bro.
And then, like, fucking Michonne is doing, like,
Sure.
15 with her samurai
That's why
swords.
she picks up further
slicing
slack.
off
She picks
heads.
up
Is everyone
further
dead?
slack.
They're on the spinoff now, or like
No, they have a spin-off, but like it's not everybody
Hey, what's the
dead.
name of the
It's
zombie
fucking
movie?
awful.
Alone?
Alone.
I feel like unless there's a supernatural element to it, I can't even watch it anymore. Because it just turns into now everybody's invincible. Now everybody just gets like 15 headshots. Like, I feel like there genuinely hasn't been a good, like, straight zombie movie since the fucking Dawn of the Dead remake. And, I don't
like
think
the
2018.
2005 one?
Lord.
Yeah, the one with like
2003.
Isn't that 2005? 2003.
Yeah, three. Because I remember I was in 3rd grade. It was like my first fucking trip to the drive-in theater with my family.
oh that's badass. That's a fucking.
And we
That's
saw-
a good one to go
Yeah.
to.
We
for
saw
your
like a
first trip.
double feature of that and Texas Chainsaw.
Oh man,
remake.
that is a
That's
good.
rad.
That shit was wild.
You probably shit bricks that night.
Oh yeah.
To be honest.
Dude,
Like,
I
as
love
a
Ford,
kid-
Wyoming.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ford, Wyoming. Oh man.
That's my
Dude,
shit.
that was the
Best-
scariest shit ever.
If you are listening to this and are a Michigander, which I don't know, the 13 of you that might be,
Yeah,
go there.
it's lit.
Yeah, it's really fun.
You
I
can
would
go
say
in the bathrooms and do substance or just like hang out. You know.
yeah. Dude, have you ever gone to
That's
the concession stand there? It's always just like completely fucked up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like no, like the attendants don't give a shit. They're just giving out hot dogs and fucking drinks and popcorn, and anything else that you get is just like ripped open or laying on the ground because they just don't give a shit. They just don't care. And it's understandable why. Nobody comes in there for anything else, really. Nobody's gonna go to a fucking movie theater. Yeah, I want nachos. Fuck you if you get nachos at a fucking movie
I
theater.
do sometimes, you know, whatever.
We all do, I feel like. You know what?
I pretty much don't buy. So like, I don't do it anymore. I normally buy popcorn now, but before I would always sneak in a bunch of snacks.
Yeah.
Who didn't want to? Like, why the fuck am I gonna pay $5 for a candy bar? I'm just gonna sneak in like 5 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Just fucking put that shit in your pockets. We used to do that shit all the time.
I still do.
But I
it.
remember
Oh, yeah.
Mikey had a 2-liter in his pants.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Goddamn 2-liter. You heard it. The movie starts.
He just knocking it back.
That's so fucking good, dude.
Dude, we used to bring in so much shit. Like seriously, like fucking
Oh, I still
2
do.
pounds of
Shit.
the fucking little peach rings.
I mean,
Fucking
not
just get
as
down, dude.
not as much anymore, just because I haven't been to the movies as much. But like, whenever I go, it's just whenever I have the chance to, I'll just go to I'll drop by the fucking dollar store first, because you can get like a fucking pound of candy for just like $2 or $3,
And just shame eat it.
and just fucking what are they gonna do? Get mad at you because you brought your own candy?
Yeah, if they see you like fucking like
I mean, I'm
Fucking
sure they.
fucking with your pockets.
I'm sure you
just full of
can get in
shit.
trouble for that because you're not supposed to bring food in there, but.
Who's gonna stop me?
Fuck them, dude. Nobody can stop me.
That
Nothing
middle-aged
can stop me.
security guard's like, catch a cold for you, catch me. Fuck.
I am unlimited. Nothing can stop me. I am And the incarnate, dude. Nothing can stop me.
Dude, I could see you just bodying someone.
So when do you guys want to go to the movies?
Yeah, we gotta go to the ones where you get fucked up.
Oh,
Southland.
have you seen this
Detroit?
trailer for a movie called Antlers?
What's it about?
I think this is it.
Oh.
Oh yeah. This is it. Literally, because I don't know. This reminded me, but for some reason it turned out to be. Action.
Dude, what's this shit?
It's
Is
about
it
some
another-
social worker that finds a kid who's like living alone, but he's like collecting fucking dead animals and stuff and bringing it back to his house. She's wondering why, and he's got like a fucking monster. in
Yeah,
his,
I saw that too.
Closet.
What's
and
his
he
name
ends
again?
Who?
The director?
Oh,
Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
yeah, whatever, man. Say it with all the Spanish flair you can, you son of a bitch.
He did sound really pretty. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's beautiful.
You know what, dude? Just because I can't roll my L's and R's
I know, right?
doesn't mean I'm not cool.
Guillermo del Toro. Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah, he starts coming to school and shit, and he's all like gross and weird, and he's like drawing pictures in class, and yeah, dude, the monster looks fucking horrible.
I don't like any of that.
Yeah, dude, that looks fucking weird.
Yeah,
I like
was-
it though. It looks fucked up.
It was
Reminds
like,
me
it
of
reminded me of
Insidious.
Silent Hill.
Oh, what the fuck is the other one that
Kinda
reminded me of this?
Silent Hill.
I showed it to Lewis the other day.
What was it?
Deep Nine or some shit.
Deep
Oh,
Nine.
no.
I'll give you a deep 9.
Sounds like
I'm a child. I'm
Sounds
sorry.
sounds like a fucking weekend at Cedric's house.
The Ram Ranch.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Bernie Sanders is just dead. He's being held up by strings.
Bernie, you won the election, and it's just looking, it just props up his hand like
You're terrible.
This is a collective of
Sad.
people that have been
Terrible.
living his life for him.
Biden's fucking controlling
He's
him.
been a corpse this entire time.
The puppet master.
Trump. The big ass ever smeared.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Deep Nine. It's every time I say it, dude. It's I think it's called Deep Nine. I forget. It's super.
hope
No,
it's
it's
called
called
Deep
Super Deep. It's about the shut the fuck up, dude. It's super deep. It's about the hole they drilled in Russia or whatever, where they were all like, the screens and shit. Where it's it just makes it worse. It's a deep hole where they heard all the screams. It's called the super
This
deep.
is a setup. That's what this is.
It's very
Or
sexual.
they open a hole into hell.
Very sexual. Oh.
That tickled. That was good.
So it's like that video where it's like, oh, they drilled into the earth and then they heard all these screams from hell because they were so deep into the earth.
Yeah. I know what you're
And then
talking
it's
about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and
then
it's just
when
like
you look it
footage
up-
of like lava, and all you hear is.
You just say drop a rock down there. It's like, pew, pew, pew. Dude, the fuck is that?
How deep was it?
I forget, but I think it's like past the crust or some shit. And then they ended up closing it or whatever just
The
because
mantle, yeah, they were.
and
They couldn't.
At
handle
some
the
point-
screams.
the only reason that there were fucking screams there is because it wasn't really screams. It was the sounds from the fucking drill drilling into the fucking ground. That's it. So they're making a fucking horror movie about this, and it actually looks like some Resident Evil shit. Like it looks wacky.
What's this one called?
Super Deep.
I
And
knew that. I just wanted to say.
it's called like
Blue
the
Mouse.
Super Deep or some shit. That's what it's actually called.
That's the name of
The hole.
the production.
No, I know, but they make like good shit.
No, they don't.
Okay, they make like memorable shit.
Anyway,
I enjoy it.
It's about this like scientific team that goes down.
Oh, dude, this is fucking Invisible Man, Hollow Man.
Oh man, I'm not really.
Is
So,
this like-
it didn't need to be remade?
Sorry
It's
to cut you off,
No,
we'll get
it's
back to
just
that.
Invisible Man.
Yeah, but is this any link to anything, or is this just like...
No, it's just its own thing.
It's
Yeah,
just
this-
Invisible Man.
This is
Just some...
This is the Duke who did fucking Dark Cinematic Universe, dude. Fucking Dracula's gonna come on.
Some Goosebumps shit, dude. That's what I was trying to think of.
Some goosebumps shit.
What the fuck is
Dude,
it?
The
called?
Invisible Man is here.
The Mummy is gonna fucking be a part of it too, dude. Fucking Tom Cruise is gonna come on nowhere.
Oof.
Tom Cruise,
Yeah, dude, Tom Cruise.
the Mummy.
Yeah, Tom...
So
he-
was it the Mummy?
no, dude, the newest one. It was Tom Cruise.
Really?
Yeah, they were hurting that bad. They needed Tom Cruise.
Well,
Brendan Fraser's no prize, but dude...
Dude, he was
Dude.
old timey fucking Mummy, dude.
Yeah,
This time the chick came back and then she wanted rebangages.
it was really...
revenge
Bad.
is-
Ow.
I get it.
But you know what made it worse? Tom
Hurt
Cruise.
yourself.
Fuck Tom Cruise, dude.
Why do you hate him?
I like
He's
Minority
so
Report. It's
Bad, and
it was a decent movie when I first saw it. I was young and I was like, "Whoa, the future could be."
Dude, they're making a new Top Gun.
you said they're what?
They're making a new Top Gun.
Yeah, dude.
They're bringing back Tom Cruise.
Highway to the dangers of... Okay.
That's the fucking jam.
Yeah, this shit looks stupid.
Bro, he's invisible.
Yeah, he's,
See, they're fucking remaking Candyman? Well, it's not like a remake.
yeah.
It's
but
like a
kind of-
sequel.
It's like a
Dude,
yeah.
Isn't that like a Jordan, like,
Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Jordan
But
Peele?
I,
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for it. Actually,
Yeah.
'cause
I think
I like
it's a
Candyman
great
back
fucking
in the
idea.
day.
Yeah.
But like it always because he originally wasn't it the same guy who played the mortician in
Final Destination. Yeah.
And
Tony
I love
Todd.
that actor. I can't remember what's his name.
Tony Todd.
Tony Todd. He's
Tony Todd.
Fucking
He's fucking
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, oh,
He's
yeah, for
amazing.
sure.
He's awesome.
He,
He's like always gives me that like creepy, and then like I've seen him in other movies, and he's a
He's
great
that vibe
actor,
that he's
yeah.
like, oh, fuck, he's
Well, like,
seen dead
no,
body or
he's,
two.
well, like in the movies where he needs to, and then
Yeah.
I'm saying in other
And the new
he's a good
DC
actor.
animated movie, the one that's coming up or whatever, he voices fucking Darkseid.
Dude, that's good.
Oh,
Which
that's
is kinda like-
badass.
That's kind of perfect because he's got that voice, man.
yeah.
He's creepy as shit. And in Candyman, it's like some dude accidentally awakens Candyman. Some artist comes back to his old neighborhood, and it's like it's implying that he might be getting possessed by fucking Candyman, and going through a thing where it's hinting at that he might be fucking killing people without even knowing it or some shit.
The guy is the
Yeah.
guy in the okay.
The guy that's becoming possessed. He's like an artist and shit, which is also kind of playing into like Candyman's background of like, oh, he was an artist and shit. Got his fucking hand cut off by
Oh, so you think it's a pre? Yeah, you said it was a prequel.
It's a sequel, yeah.
Oh, it's a sequel.
Yeah, because what's her face who died in the first movie, the main character. Spoiler alert for fucking a fucking 30-year-old movie.
Watch it.
The main character dies in the end, and she's supposed to come back somehow. Where like
Spooky.
No, I'll never
she
watch it.
she ends up dying and becomes like a mural on the same wall that Candyman is,
Yeah.
because she was a reincarnation of his wife or the girlfriend that he had or whatever that ended up dying when the fucking KKK came and got him and fucking killed him and took his hand and shit. And that's why his hook is in that hand. And that's why he's like super passionate about killing and shit. He's not pissed off because like, oh, fucking white people killed me. No, he's just like, he's an artist. He wants to paint a picture of horror and violence. Oh,
Yeah, he's
Oh.
a very scary like. Yeah,
it's
it was
kind of
always
fucking awesome.
So I've only played like Dead by Daylight like once, but like that's I don't like cyclical games, but I do like that concept. Like I think that's a fun concept.
Yeah.
Like to play every once in a while with friends, you like run from a horror monster or like play a horror monster and chase your friends.
Because they added him into that game.
Dude, Resident Evil.
That's
3
what I heard.
Fucking,
that.
are they?
I heard they might. Yeah, I don't know if they have, but I
That's a good
somebody
idea.
mentioned it to me, and I think it was Fred because he's like, because I asked
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
so-
He's
He's
all
super
about
into
that.
that game. Yeah, So
I don't
Jordan
like
Peele
really
is
play it.
doing that movie, like you said, and
He's good. I like.
I think it's a fucking great idea because a lot of his movies recently have been sort of like social and racial issues. Or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And the movie was that originally, so
Right.
that's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Like it kind of, I feel like matches
I feel
the
like
tone
he
of
can
the
do a
original.
really spooky, like a really scary movie, really good.
There's not a lot of like,
Because the couple like thriller and horror type movies that he's done, and it's been good.
yeah, they've all been somewhat based in like reality type horror, like scientific, like weird scientific horror type shit. Whereas this is more of a supernatural thing,
Right.
And I kind of like seeing him go in that route because I feel like not a lot of like urban horror movies have like picked up on like shit that picked up on that tone.
Yeah.
It's hard to like People Under the Stairs did it really well. Candyman did it really, really well.
Yeah.
Where it's just like an urban setting, but it's like a dingy bathroom somewhere in a fucking shitty doctor's office.
Yeah.
Whatever. And there's a certain amount of like spookiness in a weird way where you're in like a school bathroom alone.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's ominous, and then like you already said the fucking thing you weren't supposed to say, and then he's just like looming, like you know,
Yeah.
like it's.
I guess what I mean is like when you're doing the urban exploration shit somewhere in the hood, and you kind of feel like, oh, eyes are watching me right now, and it's like, yeah, crackhead or some shit could pop up like any moment.
That's
Yeah.
probably what's
And that's kind of, bizarrely, that's sort of what it feels like, where it's like, oh, it could either be a fucking horror supernatural creature or a fucking crackhead could just come out and fucking rob me.
Right, shit could get real quick, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like real life, real. I get
Yeah.
it.
And there's this, even if it's like a weird supernatural thing, it can become like a.
Nah, I feel like he'll do a good job, and I'm excited to see it. But like, I'm so late to seeing movies.
Yeah, I
And
know.
to
I
be
feel you on
honest,
that.
I'm like the worst. Like, don't kill me once again. I still haven't even seen like Endgame.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I still haven't. I've watched Infinity Wars, but I haven't seen Endgame.
Well, it's definitely Prime. It's definitely
Well, I mean, like
Solid
their
and
cinematic
closure.
universe is much better. DC cinematic universe sucks. Their shows are,
I know, right?
Yeah.
and I'm the biggest. Dude, I want to.
No,
I want to be
I'm
a Green
completely-
Lantern, bro. Like, I'm a big DC fan. Like, I love DC, but their cinematic universe needs to catch up. Come on, Warner Brothers.
It needs to do something other than these stupid ass like fucking Birds of Prey, like all this like dumb
Well,
shit.
no. I give them the couple movies that they have that are good. But like
Yeah.
the couple
I liked-
good movies, I mean that they have.
Yeah, the couple.
They don't
Yeah, the
have
couple.
many out of all.
Shazam and
That was fun. It was like lighthearted and fun.
Yeah, I like
Man of
Shazam.
first Man of Steel. I feel like was all right.
I thought it was
It was
alright.
Yeah, I thought it
decent
was
enough.
alright.
I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. I watched it probably twice because somebody else wanted to go see it with me, and I watched it again. So
Yeah.
like, I liked it. And I'm not even a big Superman fan.
I feel like they ruined his parents though in that movie. They were
I-
kind of. Kevin Costner was like the perfect choice, and then
Yeah.
they just fucking squandered it.
And they
It's
killed
like,
him.
no, your power, don't show anyone, don't do anything for anybody, because you'll only hurt everyone you love anyway. So don't do anything. If you see somebody getting robbed and you have superpowers, even though you are super powerful, don't do anything about it. The fuck do you mean, dude? And then he's about to save his dad from getting like fucking
It's like,
the
Torn by a
map-
tornado?
Yeah,
and he's just
Yeah.
like, no.
and he's just like, no. He can move fucking faster than anybody could
He
see.
could stop the tornado realistically. So
Yeah,
like,
you could have like clapped
this is
really hard.
why
or
I
some
don't
shit.
like. This is
Yeah.
why I don't like Superman, because it's like
No,
you
this
can
is
just he
fucking
can
why I like
stop
Superman.
The tornado.
this is why I like Superman.
I
'Cause
guess because he had the resolve to do that. That's fair.
no, because in the comics, if it was like the real fucking Paul Kent, he would have been like, do whatever you feel like is the right thing to do.
I'm gonna stop this tornado. That's,
Yeah.
in the comics, that's like what would have happened. But still,
There's a lot of shit that's like, he just wants. He's the embodiment of basically altruism. If he didn't have fucking powers at all, he would still try to find a way to help people.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
because he wants any personal gain or glory out of
he's
it,
just
or
like
some
a
kind of
good
hero
guy.
cake. He just generally likes helping people, and that's the joy that he gets out of life. That's literally the entire point of his character, because he's so fucking powerful that, like, he's like, I have it fucking made. Why don't I do shit for people?
Well, yeah, he can do anything he wants.
Yeah.
Two things. One, where's Nic Cage been? Also,
In like rehab or
and,
whatever. I
but
don't
what
know.
the fuck is this? What's this?
Oh, have you heard about all this Nic Cage shit that not like super recently happened?
I don't know.
The idea is that he
the bees
paid
in
like a
his
bunch
ass.
of dumb shit. Like he bought like so much stupid bullshit.
Like what?
A dinosaur skeleton, a
National
a pharaoh-
treasure.
a pharaoh's tomb. He bought like
Color out of
4 or
space.
5 copies of
Whatever that is.
Action Comics #1, and so he's just in a lot of
shit's-
debt.
That shit's worth
He's
a
in
lot of
so
money,
much
though, if you
goddamn
just
debt right
keep
now
it.
that he signed some fucking
$7 million
contract
worth.
with he signed some kind of contract with Netflix where it was like he'll star in just whatever the fuck they want him to star in for like the next however many years. So he's just been
This summer,
pumping
Nicolas
out
Cage is
horrible,
for sure.
shitty movies.
It's gonna be like, it's gonna be
left
like
and right.
Rick and Morty, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like interdimensional cable.
Dude, he's been pumping out fucking movies left and right. It's so goddamn funny to seem like just in roles
Squander.
that don't make any fucking sense
I mean,
at all.
hey, but he makes more money than probably most people will ever make, and
That's fair.
including
True.
myself, probably.
Fuck him. He doesn't need all that money.
What's up
Fuck
with
him.
this? This is weird.
He put himself in debt.
I don't know. It's
The-
just plain
The
weird.
last movie was Color Out of Space, which is like an old H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, it
thing.
did look kind of weird. It had a weird.
It's like a cosmic horror thing.
Yeah, had a weird vibe to it.
I love cosmic horror shit.
What exactly qualifies as cosmic horror?
Something coming from the ethos or the unknown or the great beyond, like space.
It's the idea that
Eldritch horror.
it's the weird existential idea that everybody just generally doesn't matter and consciousness is
It's
just
like a
sort
really
of an
weird
accident.
movie. I don't
Yeah.
like the concept.
And then eventually something bigger and
Like, it's
hungrier
not
is going to
okay.
come along and eat us just like a bug.
Oh, okay.
And that essentially nothing matters. And if you do have a soul, then it's probably going to get eaten by another thing because that's just a general, like, what the fuck is this, dude?
It's weird. It's
Ideology,
a really weird movie.
like ideological sense of like the food chain, like instead of
Yeah.
like getting at like.
Yeah, there's a food chain to everything, and we're not anywhere near the top.
Well,
like, nowhere near the top.
We're kind of outside of it. We breed animals. It's
Yeah.
different.
I'm just saying, if
It's
some
not about being
fucking...
at the top of the food chain anymore. Now we have to fucking sustainably hold culture, which is, at this point, even most of the books that I had to read about global ethics, they don't really, like, they said, like, at this point, we're not going to be doing well. Diseases would start spreading, shit would start happening. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? People have been, they know this.
Fucking...
Shit's not going good.
So,
Population.
No.
there's...
No food.
Dude,
Over
H.P. Lovecraft is so fucking
agriculture.
weird. Because, like, a lot of that shit is super fucking racist. Because he was hardcore anti-Semite and was real scared of...
This makes me sad again.
No. Because he ended up marrying a Jewish woman and, like, loving that person
So
dearly.
he was an anti-Semite, and then he, like, changed his ways and understood.
Oh, no, he did. Oh, I mean, he did.
No,
And
he was
then
still very
immediately-
hateful.
Yeah, he was
Baby,
real...
you're
No,
not
he
so
wasn't
bad.
hateful. He was just, like legit scared. I don't know why.
Dude, Marky Mark.
Getting stared down.
Yeah, dude, maybe this is why this movie is why H.P. Lovecraft was scared.
Because another Marky Mark tough guy movie.
Yeah.
I'm a tough guy. Look at me.
Yeah, that's why.
I'll make you a burger. Come here. Come on, I'll treat you like family.
Yeah, I'll treat you like family. And is that the guy from
I really do
Black
enjoy
Panther?
him.
Black Panther, yep.
He's
Yeah.
amazing. Like, he's had some crazy shit happen to him. from what I've heard.
Who,
read.
Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Other than his pretty
Mark.
decent franchise.
When he
Aggressively,
beat that
okay.
Asian man to a fucking bloody pulp.
Oh man.
Why did he do? He blinded. How did how did it feel when?
Well, didn't he like do a bunch of cocaine when he was younger?
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
how he got like really famous because he was selling. Coke
now he's
to all
super about God.
Well, like yeah.
Marky Mark and the Funky.
As most
what was it?
people who
Marky
fix
Mark and the Funky
addictions,
Boys or
like-
something.
There's some fucking video like every
Dirty
other
Mike.
day.
That's the Marky Mark
What am I?
dope.
Yeah, what am I thinking of? Dirty Mike and the Boys. What was this
Oh.
fucking rap group used to be called?
Mark and the Funky Bunch.
In the Funky Bunch. Yeah, I said that, but I was like, dude, that sounds too silly.
Dirty Dan and the Boys.
No, I said Dirty Mike and the Boys. Thanks for the F Shack. Fucking the other guys. Oh, look, they got Post Malone on.
Just for
fucking
no
doing
reason,
something.
just put Post Malone in here. That guy just threw somebody through a wall.
Yeah, dude, he's from Wakanda.
Jesus Christ!
Hey,
Oh, come on.
He did just
Hey.
throw somebody through a wall.
hey, Umbaku.
I can't
It's
throw
okay.
somebody through a wall. I wish.
We're just gonna drive this car into this Asian man.
Jesus Christ.
Is that alright?
We'll do it for the troops every day.
And he just,
Every day. Every morning. Dude, every single, like every other day.
Yeah, it's damn.
Oh, we got Radcliffe doing shit.
Yeah, we're just watching.
Random
If
trailers.
if this sounds fucking wacky and like we're changing subjects every 5 seconds, it's because we're watching. Lewis decided to put. We didn't decide. Lewis decided to put on fucking a big trailer montage of shit that's coming out.
And
But
He
yeah,
got darted just now. It was bananas.
yeah, with Marky Mark. He
But
does.
that'd be nuts to wake up like that. If you got darted and just had some guns in your hand, you're like, oh shit.
like literally guns nailed to your fucking hands.
I fucked some shit up, bro.
Bro, what type of like weird cool guy shit is this?
It's called Guns Akimbo. It's basically like he wakes up, fucking nails into his fucking hands and shit, and he's part of like a weird game where they just take the most degenerate people in life and like put them in a big fucking arena or whatever, and they gotta go fight in real life. And
Is it a real bill?
he's just a random fucking dude that they chose.
And now he's driving and he
Yeah.
can't do anything. He can't even wipe his ass anymore.
Nope.
Because he's got fucking pistol hands.
I was watching a fucking interview with him, and he was like, yeah,
It looks like he's fucking robbing everybody.
he was like, yeah, I wanted to do the movie because I read the script and there's a part where he tries to use the bathroom and he can't wipe his ass, so
my
that's
God.
why I chose it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you though. Radcliffe's been doing some weird shit lately. I remember the
love
one
it.
movie.
movie, fucking.
Dude, you know what I'm talking about? What?
Swiss Man,
Yeah,
Swiss,
Swiss
yeah.
Army Man.
Oh my God.
That was a like, and it was
That
like,
was a ride.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's kind of like it's a movie about
You know,
like
his
it's a
wife
movie
is-
about people who are like going through like a crazy guy. You know what I mean? It's a movie
Yeah.
about a crazy guy, but it's like it is intense when you finally. It's like whoa.
yeah,
and then the part where he's
final
riding old boy
realization.
like a fucking
Yeah,
boat.
yeah. I was like,
That shit was
it's
silly.
so weird the whole movie though too. I can't believe like I sat through the whole movie. Like
He,
I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, because it was ridiculous and he
Wait,
like
is it a
farted, made a lot of
Marvel
fart
movie?
noises.
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up, Lewis. Let me finish this sentence, please, God. I'm gonna kill somebody if I don't get this thought out.
Get out of there. Dude. Speak your fucking
Is that
mind.
who I think it is?
Stop. Yeah, I'll talk about that. I was like, fucking. God, now I forgot. Oh yeah, you know his wife is from fucking Detroit.
No, I didn't.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, she's a huge fan of the Lions, even though they lose every single fucking time.
Yeah, they do. Be like
I
that.
mean, I'm not really a fan of sports, so. And then Jared Leto is just on the screen randomly being Jared.
Oh, yeah,
We got Jared Leto and
He's
a
being.
new.
This is
he's
what's
gonna
his
be
face?
Morbius.
Morbius.
What phase 4 of Marvel?
No,
What is
it's
it- what-
Sony.
No, it's his.
Oh,
Oh, is
really?
it Sony?
I mean, it's Marvel, quote unquote Marvel.
But it's owned by Sony. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they-
Leto with long
Because
hair.
because they decided, oh, we'll sell off all the movie rights, even though they were going bankrupt at the time. So I can almost understand it. It was like beyond their doing, and now like multiple different studios on it.
Morbius.
The living vampire dude.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's not like a vampire per se. He just sort of has like.
It was like slight vampirism.
Yeah,
but
he's like a
do some shit.
Batman.
Yeah.
He's literally like a Batman.
Basically. He can he goes he has good instincts. He's really strong. He's fast.
Yeah.
He can do scary stuff sometimes. And then he kind of does a little bit need to feed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. He's like a science vampire.
Yeah.
Science being better.
Science pie. And he looks all scary right there. Look at him, spooky.
Oh, he is.
I like where
he
that's
doesn't
going,
even.
though.
He's not supposed.
Morbus.
Isn't it like he has like weird suckers on his hands? I haven't read like an actual Morbius thing, and
I don't understand
maybe now we can talk
Michael
about
Keaton
we can
in
give
there.
some of these characters some exposure though.
Michael Keaton was just in it randomly. Was that supposed to try to connect it to? They're just
yeah.
We're gonna connect this in, even though we can't, because we own the rights to that, but we don't actually.
You know what I think it's gonna be, and I'm calling it now. He's just gonna show up for like 5 seconds or some shit, and there's gonna be a couple of posters of Spider-Man in the background, just to make it sort of
Yeah.
It's connected, everybody, and then they're just not gonna name him. He's just gonna be a guy in the background saying some shit.
Yeah, guy number 1.
Yeah, and then he walks off, and then that's it. And it
was the guy from Stranger Things.
No. So,
I agree.
dude, he looks so fucking silly.
It does look silly.
He's
What's his
Red
name again?
Guardian in the movie.
Oh, okay.
In the comics, they're not related at all. Like, they meet maybe once or twice, but they're not actually like. And then fucking they ruined Taskmaster. What was the one thing about Taskmaster that you always remember?
Killing.
Besides that.
Cutting people's faces off.
No, his main design.
Oh, white.
White
the
and
white
what
coat.
else?
What
about his face?
Oh, it was like a white face mask, right? It was all white.
No, it's a skull.
Oh,
They give him a fucking bike mask.
isn't that Taskmaster?
Yeah.
Bike mask. What do you mean?
I thought you were talking about
The thing that you
Like a
use
fucking
for a
motor.
BB gun fight.
They gave him
like, what do you mean?
they gave him a fucking like a dirt bike helmet. It looks so stupid. It's like they couldn't even shape it into a fucking skull. They were that afraid of it. That's just gonna look too silly. We can't do it. His
That was a
entire
good
power
idea.
set
Just let her
is
shoot
just
you.
like fucking. He has photographic memory,
Yeah.
so he just knows
She's
every
one of
single
the most
fighting
attractive
style.
women in the world to me.
Who?
Blake Lively. I just think she's really hot. I always have. And like her and Ryan Reynolds are like a thing, which is just like the most beautiful people to ever be together. Like, how do you even have that? Like, and then like they're like happily married. It's like, wow.
Wow.
I only know like 4 or 5 people that have had a genuine happy marriage, and they're one of them.
Right. That's what I don't know. At least the views seem to be, but both of those views are very beautiful. They're very beautiful people.
Oh,
yeah. Ryan Reynolds just seems like a nice person.
Yeah, I hope that like
he'd
he
be really
is as
chill.
nice as what. Yeah, he seems like he would be like a cool fucking guy to hang out with. Just like Seth Rogen. Like I would love to.
Yeah, and I bet they're snarky as fuck, and I bet they
Yeah.
just say things and they just rip on you. So many references, and you'll just be like, "Oh fuck, dude."
What if
Sound like
Superman
fucking-
smoked weed? Every single fucking Seth Rogen movie right there.
Damn,
There you
dude,
go.
that was good. Hey, he's still doing it, dude.
Oh no, I still love
Just
the
kidding.
movies.
No, he's
I don't
not
give a
doing a
shit.
lot.
Oh my god!
And then he got like buff as shit.
Who?
That guy. He's I can't remember his name, but he's the guy from fucking Silicon Valley.
Kumail something.
Yeah.
I forget his last
I
name.
can't. Yeah, but he's cool.
He's
He got like buff as shit.
he's doing it for Eternals or whatever.
Like, I'm trying to get ripped like that. Damn. How'd you? Damn. He went from like pudgy coder. He looked like a pudgy coder, and then fucking. I'm like, I feel that. I'm a pudgy coder. Like I gotta.
Bro, all you gotta do is do what you used to do back in the day and eat
Kind of
ice
miserable
cubes
for a while.
and lettuce.
That's
No,
it.
don't be sickly. Don't hurt yourself.
That's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah,
Don't act like wrestling wasn't fun.
he's gonna do fucking the movie for Marvel called Eternals, where it's like, it's so fucking weird. It's like a race of aliens that were I'm not gonna go through the whole goddamn thing, but Thanos is one of them.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, they're trying to tie that in. I heard about that.
Which one of my favorite boys is half Eternal and half fucking the Captain Marvel that I like. He's cool as shit.
Yeah.
And he's Thanos' nephew. He's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway. Yeah, he's buff.
Our guy did get buff, yeah.
He's a beefcake.
I was waiting for his name.
Dude, imagine if you woke up and he was like standing over you breathing.
You would just submit, dude.
I'd be like that.
Sounds
horse.
like.
Do a hind
Hello.
kick. Kick as hard as I can.
Hello, Brandon.
A kick.
It is me, Kumail
Can we go
Nanjiani.
back to Blake?
I'm
Lively?
watching
Can
you.
Like, yeah.
And he's
have
like,
her hovering
he's
over
like,
me?
he's laying on top of you,
No,
but he's
him.
like
And he's got his
breathing
shirt off.
into your face.
All right,
with
I'll
his
just
shirt
start
off.
making out with him right away.
Hey, dude,
Just
but
break
At
the
that
ice.
point, I
He's
gotta,
not doing
I gotta break
He's not
the
doing
ice.
it for
He's in
sexual
my
reasons.
house, you know
He's
what I mean?
doing
Like,
it for
I gotta
fucking.
assert, yeah, he's
I gotta
trying to
assert
do
my
push-ups on
dominance.
me. I can't let
Yeah.
him do
We were
push-ups
power
on me.
bottom today.
I gotta fucking like,
Oh,
I gotta kiss him right on the mouth right away.
This shit is
That's
fucking
how that works, I
awesome.
guess.
I feel like they kind of chose the wrong casting with fucking.
Are you kidding
Bro,
me?
we got a Vin Diesel movie. This is important
Yeah,
content
Bloodshot.
for us. It's a big deal.
Bloodshot's
for me.
fucking
It's not
awesome.
for me.
The
Vin
comic
Diesel
is
shouldn't be a big deal to anyone.
real talk.
I mean,
The comic
it's
is
okay, I guess.
fucking good as shit. It's
Holy shit.
it's so stupid the way they kind of give everything away in the trailer. But they give everything away in the trailer anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
So, yeah, they take a soldier who had died, whatever, and they put nanites inside of him that keep bringing his body back and always are like coded to a specific configuration of his body. And so he just has like an extreme healing factor, and he has like weird weapons in his body. So each time he dies, you know, Wolverine-esque healing factor.
Basically just wakes up in a hospital bed. A few
Yeah.
months later,
Oh
you know.
man,
And then
look at that CGI.
they're like, he's like, oh, I gotta go save my family. And I have to go kill this evil CEO or whatever. Or I have to kill this terrorist that helped destroy my family.
Dude, I think he's like the last like tough guy, like Stallone and all of them that could still move around. So that's why he keeps getting work.
Yeah. And then he beats
Everyone
the
else
bad
just
The
guy.
hurt.
whole Expendables cast.
Yeah,
is
the whole expendable. Yeah, dude.
And been
He-
made expendable.
He
They're
ends up,
done.
so he ends up dying,
Even state that it hurts to move
Whatever.
around.
and then it's like, oh, he
I
wakes
bet.
up and has to do it all over again. So it's kind of like Total Recall, where it's like they programmed him to like experience the same thing over and over and over again, and then something finally breaks the programming, and then he goes on like the comic is really fucking good.
Is that what that was based off of?
Yeah, because it's kind of like Wolverine and Punisher mixed
Sounds
What
pretty
the
cool.
in a
fuck?
weird way.
This looks lame.
What is this?
I don't know, some lame,
It's
like,
never original.
some lame, like,
Oh, we got some more
mushy teenage drama show.
Nice.
mushy tweens.
It's Valentine's Day, guys. That's what's on here.
They're gonna get together, I bet. It just seems like that kind of movie. Or he's like the gay friend. That like every
I
mushy.
can't hear anything that's going on. We don't have the sound up, so like it's interesting to see the interpretation of just like the images that have been.
I know, right?
This has all just been us like inferring everything. There's no.
Yeah, that other. Okay, yeah.
Maybe reading lips, but this is just a teenage drama, like I said. I mean,
She's gonna fall in love with like 3 different dudes, and by the end she has to choose.
Maybe,
And
I
it's
think
gonna
he was
be
called that.
oh
It is.
wow,
I think
oh
he
wow,
did too.
she's gonna get with the obvious one who gives a shit about her. Oh wow, what
It's
a
about
fucking
a-
surprise!
Well,
It's about a girl who's casually
that's
dating 3
love
people.
novels, man. People
Yeah.
read that shit.
Hell yeah, they do.
love
They
it.
eat that shit up.
You mean to tell me she can't choose between the 3?
They all are friends in the end.
They got issues.
They all came to the barbecue. Look.
No, Bridget,
Oh, shit,
you're just
dude.
a bitch.
Yeah, you fucking homie.
A homie-o. Dude, this is totally a movie about a
That's fucked
homie-o.
up.
Passing it around every...
This also makes me sad. I
Tom.
don't condone this behavior. Disclaimers. Always disclaimers. I just don't
Oh, yeah,
like.
dude.
I don't know. I
That's a
don't
good
like.
homie-ho,
This
though.
is like a Lifetime movie, though. You know.
I know, I'm getting that vibe. Oof.
But like, I bet my grandma's gonna watch that shit. She's gonna fucking love that. My grandma's
To
gonna
all the
love
boys,
that
P.S.
movie.
I still love you. Dude,
Oh.
fuck you, Netflix.
To all
That-
the boys,
Pretentious
P.S. I
ass.
still love you. Damn, she just.
We're wrong
she's
because we're
slinging,
men
though. Like,
ass.
She's
I mean,
slaying.
I can't get mad. I wish I was slaying. Like, you
She's
know what I mean?
slinging dick everywhere, dude.
Wish I don't know. You know.
She's
See,
slinging.
She's living her best life, dude.
Not that much charisma, man. She's got it.
She's got
obviously.
different
She's
size
doing
margins
great.
in her every day, dude. She's fucking
To be
like...
fair, you
Wow.
don't really need
I'm sorry,
as much
Also,
charisma
don't
as a
condone
woman.
that behavior.
To be fair, you don't need much charisma as a woman. Even if you're like the most butt ugly person on the planet,
Don't condone.
people are gonna
behavior.
like
Yeah, because men are stupid. I get
yeah,
it. Men are
we're
fucking ignorant.
very weird.
Yeah.
We like everything. We like everything.
Like, spit on me
No.
and call me scum.
Piss on me, you know what I mean?
Wow, is that what you guys are into?
Which one? What I said or what he said?
Both.
Maybe a little both. Dude.
Yeah.
Balls and ass, dick and pussy.
I'm ill.
Yeah, I feel it. I'm like curling up now.
Balls
Louis,
and
don't
ass,
blame your sickliness on us.
balls and ass, dick and a pussy.
Just the corona.
Jesus Christ. It's also late.
Booyah.
Cerveza.
Like horse dick
Cerveza.
Remember that video, dude?
Something's happening.
Sound
to
like
me.
horse dick that MPEG from
Horse dick
Miss
that-
March.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude,
love that
fucking...
movie.
Hell yeah. Miss March, what the fuck?
That movie is like-
When he threw the dog...
William
Go
Dafoe's
up.
face out of nowhere just makes me uncomfortable.
Balls and ass, dick and a pussy. I
It was
just
like
keep
Ben
thinking
Stop.
about that.
William, Ben Affleck, William
Booyah.
Dafoe. And I was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna try that shit at home.
it's just two brothers.
It's just two brothers.
What if there was a movie, but it was called Two Brothers?
How about Three Brothers?
Dude, every single post
Wow.
with fucking Marky Mark on social media and shit,
He's
it's just
the
him working out,
negotiator.
and he's just like, every day, Marine Corps, Army vets, all this other shit, and he'll like fucking tag everyone. He's never seen a day of combat in his life, and he's just he's just tagging
one of
everyone.
those.
Morning routine, every day, every morning, and he's just like pumping iron and shit.
Gotta get my PT.
It's so fucking weird. It's so just weird. Like, why is he tagging all these military branches?
Oh,
for?
fuck.
Oh, is
What
this
are you doing,
supposed to be like
Marky Mark?
motivation? Like,
I'm with you guys.
I'm with you guys. He went to some
Ready, I'm
rallies and
ready.
he drank with some bros.
I'm ready to beat a Vietnamese man to a pulp.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
I also
It felt really good.
behavior.
It felt really good seeing the life drain from his eyes as I bashed his brains in. Okay, Marky Mark.
Just like turtle in the shell.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
And worldly news.
No.
And we're only news.
It felt really good.
Guy
The
listen.
Olympics are gonna be canceled.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't
Now
it like
Kira
someone
can't
was
handle
making
it.
a joke about someone was making a joke about that at work, how it's like
Dude, have you
eerily
seen
close.
that fucking movie?
No, I need to.
Dude, I only seen it like the full thing just recently.
Yeah, I
So
remember
fucking
seeing
good.
like bits and pieces when I was younger, but I don't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's one of those movies where it's like you see
Kira.
like no matter where you are, you're gonna see bits and pieces of it and always hear how good it is, but you never
Which one
get
was
the
that
time
again?
to watch it.
It's the one where this guy gets into like a bike accident.
It's like a
But he
bizarre
gets
alternate
involved with some
future.
like psychic, like some like psionic kid.
He
and then-
like some
Something happened.
force activates inside of him.
Something happened a really long time ago with this kid that basically blew up half
Named
the fucking
Akira.
city. Yeah, his name was Akira. But what happened to him is like that they dissected him and then took him apart in pieces. Well, he was still somehow communicating with people, and he was communicating it through that one guy.
Yeah. And the idea is that the psychic powers are just an extension of the consciousness of the universe itself. So the actual, like the literal Big Bang, the giant, whatever caused the universe to exist has a consciousness, and like a piece of it is in every single person who has psychic powers. And as soon as you experience that, you just become like you don't. It's weird because you don't exist anymore, but you always exist. It's this weird fucking thing.
Transcendental, bro.
Yeah. Where towards the end of the movie, Akira finally comes back or whatever, and fucking Tatsuo is who's like the main bad guy or whatever, who starts like using his fucking powers and shit to
For like destroying the city.
yeah. At some point he comes back and like everyone is swallowed essentially by this huge like fucking Tetsuo, who turns into like a big fucking
Like,
disgusting
massive flesh.
creature. Yeah. And the giant release of like psychic energy kind of makes it possible for Akira to come back. And essentially like a mini Big Bang happens, right? Like a mini singularity happens right fucking there. And then everyone gets like engulfed by it, and there are only like a couple of survivors left. Only like literally only by chance, and then fucking
Easter
like
movie with a rabbit.
the main character sees like the fucking beginning and end and like everything in the universe, like experiences everything at once, and then literally at the, like the very end when the giant fucking explosion happens or whatever, everyone's just left in the dust and shit, and like you can see on his face, it's like, oh, everything is different now. Okay, this is fucked up. Like the manga goes into more detail and stuff, but the movie, I think, really streamlines everything and makes it really digestible and stuff. It's really good. If you ever get the chance, read Akira, man.
I never got to read the comic, but I remember seeing
The
whole movie.
dude, the fucking art and the comic
to
is
check it
so
out.
good.
I've seen the art a lot because it's on a lot of streetwear, and my work dabbles with that shit. So
There's a lot of people with like that shit and Junji Ito shit.
I don't even know what they're wearing, but it's right
Gaio.
there.
Yeah,
The guy is a Gaio?
Most of them.
Gyo.
Yeah.
Gyo.
Dude, that
Ju-
shit is fucking horrifying.
I forget how to pronounce it. It's like Ju. It's so fucking weird.
Dude, what's that one Jean Jan or some shit? Like, with the spiraling eyeballs and shit?
Oh, fuck, I forget what it's called. Uzumaki.
Yeah, that one was fucking horrifying. That was essentially playing on the fear of spirals, right?
Yeah.
Uzumaki is good. Gyo is good.
Dude, what was the one where, like, a hole opens on a mountain and then they all just fucking... There's holes up, like, shaped like people. And then they all just, like, go to them. They all
I know what you're talking about, yeah. So,
Well, alright,
yeah, it's about to get that time.
this was a fun
Doing this for about an
session.
hour, so.
Thanks for
Holy
finally getting on this
shit.
shit.
I had fun.
Yeah, well, fun, man.
I don't condone of some of the behaviors, but I also love you guys.
Yeah. I don't, disclaimer, I only say this shit joking around. I don't actually.
Well, of course, I know, but
You're joking, Robert. You have a following.
Yeah, like the
believed in
3
you.
people who actively listen to us.
You the rocks. Goodbye.